Now.
Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Cop Zorski, here tonight for Nate Myhawk. We start tonight with reaction locally to some of yesterday's elections. More than 80 school districts across the state had referendums on the ballot, and about half of them were for operational funding. Elko was one of the area school districts which passed the referendum. The Elko superintendent spoke about the issue, saying the district has held many referendums for a long time, but the last two referendums proposed did not pass.
The state funding formula does not work for a district like Elko, and so we have a long history of having referendums in place.
While the school district is still looking at specifics on how to invest its funds, they want to bring more staffing to keep educational programs strong.
I'm really looking at the work that we can really dig into now as far as helping the district to move forward.
Hubert says she spoke with several townships and wants to listen to dissenters of the referendum to get more feedback on how the community can go forward in a positive way for everyone. School referendums had a successful day across north central Wisconsin Tuesday. Like we mentioned, Elko along with Tomahawk districts had two failed referendums leading up to yesterday, but both passed for 3 years each to cover operational cost. The Merrill School District did not have such luck. Its referendum failed with just 43% of the vote. The biggest referendum of the night was by far in Wausau, where voters approved a nearly $120 million bill for a new school building and faculty improvements. They say every vote counts, which could not be more true last night in Three Lakes. At this time, two county board candidates are tied. Colette Sorgel and Brian Slowiski each have 177 votes. The Board of Canvassers will review the ballots tomorrow to ensure an accurate result. If the candidates remain tied, Oneida County Clerk Tracy Hartman says the contest will be decided by a coin flip. Meteorologist Conrad Sapinski joins us now to give us a glance at the weather. Conrad?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back. So we got some flurries out there right now. Not a lot of moisture coming up on this satellite here, but we still have all of this moisture just to the north of us that will be moving on in. But look how much moisture is associated with this low pressure system. Most of this has moved on out and is in the northeast, but we still have a lot of moisture, even in Canada, that will still be rolling on in tonight into tomorrow time frame, mostly as snow. So we got some flurries out there right now, some more snow showers overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and then mixing with a little bit of rain in the afternoon hours as temperatures start to rise in the mid to even upper 30s, and then some more snow on the back end as temperatures continue to drop out there, pretty much close to the freezing mark all over, and temperatures will continue to drop into the lower 30s out here in Rhinelander. So we will have below freezing temperatures, freezing up whatever is unfrozen out there. Kyle?
Thanks, Conrad. We shift gears now towards health news, where in Wisconsin, COVID-19 cases have gone down substantially in the past few months. Health officials say more people getting the vaccine and steering towards population immunity is partially why. Newswatch 12's Morgan Johnson shows us some of area residents who received their booster shot, the second one today.
Richard Cohn spent part of his day in a waiting room, waiting to get the second booster shot.
We don't want to be responsible for getting other people sick, killing some of the old folks we hang out with.
For the Cohns, it's personal.
Tough time for my wife. She barely made it. Seen a lot of our friends die.
Okay.
We don't want to be a part of it.
Thankfully, they both made it through, but they don't want to take any more chances.
We keep ourselves vaccinated as soon as it becomes available.
The Cohns were some of the first to receive the second COVID-19 booster in Rhinelander. Public health nurse Rebecca Wold says after getting the okay from the CDC, the Oneida County Health Department jumped at the opportunity.
We're seeing that, booster shots are effective against the Omicron variant. However, they do have waning immunity over time. So it is important, especially for those 50 and older or immunocompromised individuals, to get the booster because they are at more risk of severe infection from COVID.
There will be another walk-in vaccine clinic on Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Richard and his wife just want to be a small step in the right direction.
We stay healthy. We keep, we know what it's like. It's tough. Maybe you make it, maybe you don't, but it's mainly cut the transmission down so that other people who may not be as fortunate.
Reporting for Newswatch 12 in Rhinelander, I'm Morgan Johnson.
Now to some news out of the Nicolay Area Technical College, which announced that their newly remodeled manufacturing labs and classrooms will be on display during a public open house. The $2.2 million upgrade has created a state-of-the-art training facility for students enrolled in many of Nicolay's programs. The college is set to launch a new metal fabrication program this spring, followed by a new forestry maintenance program with a launch date to be determined for that program at a later time. The new facility will have an open house Wednesday, April 13th from 4:30 to 7 p.m., where attendees can enjoy beer, wine, appetizers, networking, and a tour of the new facility. Staying on campus now, educators at Nicolay say it's always good to prepare for real-life scenarios because you never know what is going to happen on any particular day. Newswatch 12's Muhammad Abdul Kawi explains the importance of working together during an emergency situation.
This event has been in the planning for quite some time.
Hands-on learning and training gives students the opportunity to experience real-world situations. Delia St. Louis, who was the nursing instructor at Nicolay College, gave students the chance to see it firsthand.
And we having a simulation regarding a mental health patient who is having a suicidal ideations, and it's actually geared to be a multidisciplinary simulation.
And like they say, teamwork makes the dream work.
The nurses, the doctors, talking to the police, our crisis center to help get our patient the right help that they need.
Brianna Stanky is a nursing student at Nicolay College. She got to work on the mental health patient in front of everyone.
I was pretty nervous at first, but after I just didn't think about all the people watching me, and I just went for it and did what I would do on a normal patient.
While some got to work on the patient, students like Michael had to watch.
I think an opportunity like this to, have a look into the work of other folks who are involved in patients' care is critically important.
And with events like this, real-life simulations will be beneficial so students will be ready for the future.
And for the youth, I think it's phenomenal to see what the community can offer and also what we can do.
That was Newswatch 12's Muhammad Abdul Kawi. Coming up, we'll have a story about how governors across the country are trying to ease gas prices. Some states are giving out relief to drivers. We'll have that, plus Conrad will be in for your full forecast. Stick with us.
Need a new boat or outboard? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports and Suzuki Outboards, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we can help get you top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with Suzuki Outboards and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
When you need a paint to fit your lifestyle, Menards has got you covered. From protecting against this, or covering this, to refinishing this, we have a paint for you. You also need it in this color, or even this color. We can do that. Stop in and talk to one of our paint professionals to make your colors come to life. Pick up a gallon of Pittsburgh Grand Distinction exterior flat paint for only $28.98 after sale price and 11% rebate.
People have been wondering,
what's happening to Lindsay?
But it's really what Lindsay's gotten into, Planet Fitness. Join now for $1 down and only $10 a month.
Just $10 a month?
Cancel anytime.
That makes me so happy.
Want more happy? Enjoy tons of equipment in our clean and spacious clubs. Even blow off steam in our judgment-free zone. Get glowing and feel fit-tacular. For $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. But hurry, deal ends Thursday, April 14th.
Things were really starting to turn worse for my mom. They basically said, that's all we can do.
Right to try is hope when there is no hope.
We had done research on the Zysamy. Apparently it was still in stage 3 clinical trials.
She couldn't have that medication unless it was for the Right to Try Act and Senator Johnson's work.
This is 3 days after the treatment, and you can see the difference. Without the efforts of Senator Johnson, my mom wouldn't be here today.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
All right, welcome welcome back, everyone. So we got some flurries out there right now. Not much showing up on the radar as it is pretty much on and off, so scattered for the most part. But this will actually start to pretty intensify overnight into tomorrow morning. So we still have a lot of moisture with this one. Most of the moisture has moved on out and is in the East Coast right now, but we do still have a good amount of moisture even towards Canada. So all of that will be moving on in tonight, into tomorrow morning, lasting all day tomorrow, and even into tomorrow night, ending as some snow. So a little bit of rain will be mixing in tomorrow during the day as temperatures actually rise in the mid to even upper 30s. But then, you know, once the colder air starts to move in, those 20s, a lot more snow is coming in on the back end. So out here, we're thinking 1 to 3 inches, pretty much a widespread from north to south, and then south of Wausau, less than an inch as temperatures will be a little bit warmer. So it is going to be a little bit harder for that snow to stick around. But winds right now not looking too bad. Pretty much 6 miles an hour out of the south in Rhinelander, 13 in Merrill, 12 in Anago, 10 in Wausau. So not looking too bad right now, but those winds will be picking up, and those wind gusts will get kind of windy by Friday time frame. Look at all those wind gusts, even close to 30 miles per hour, so colder temperatures. And look at the direction of the wind blowing from the north. So all of the cold air will be moving on in. That's why Friday is going to be a real chilly one out there. But hey, today, pretty mild out there. Look at it, 50 degrees, 51 in Iron Mountain, 53 in Green Bay. So warm temperatures just to the east of us, but out here in Rhinelander, 42, 44 in Eagle River, as well as in Anago. So really mild temperatures out there today, pretty much close to average, as our average high is supposed to be around 48 degrees and our average low at 26 degrees. So not quite 26 degrees tonight, but hey, we'll take that 31 tonight, you know. But hey, right now, not looking too bad. Just starting to cool down just a little bit. So all that water is actually going to start freezing up in the next several hours as temperatures drop below freezing. But right now, it's hovering around 34 in Rhinelander, 33 in Eagle River, 34 in Land O'Lakes, and those temperatures will be dropping tonight below freezing with rain and snow, pretty much snow right now, changing over to all snow overnight, starting to accumulate a little bit overnight. But then tomorrow starting to mix with a little bit more of rain with snow as temperatures rise in the mid to even upper 30s out there. But hey, our big 7-day outlook brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress does show that snow start to move on out by Thursday night into Friday morning time frame, clearing out by the weekend, even 50s back starting Sunday. So really warm spring-like temperatures are back in the forecast starting Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Kyle?
Thanks, Conrad. Gas prices have steadied out at this time, but that doesn't mean they are back to normal. Governors across the country are scrambling for ways to help ease the pain at the pump. Eva McKen reports in the midst of an election year while these stakes are high.
Across the country, governors from both parties scrambling to address the skyrocketing cost of gas amid record inflation.
Social Security payments aren't going up like my gas and fuel prices are.
States flush with cash from solid economic growth and federal COVID relief funds flowing to them, fueling tax revenues that have left many states with big surpluses. In California, where gas prices are the highest in the nation, Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, facing re-election this year, proposing $11 billion in relief by way of $400 debit cards and free rides on public transit. In Maryland, Republican Governor Larry Hogan signed legislation enacting a 30-day suspension of the state's gas tax and has said he supports extending it to 90 days. In Georgia, Republican Governor Brian Kemp signing an income tax refund bill into law, more than $1 billion in refunds to eligible Georgians in the coming weeks. That's relief for one Georgia driver.
I was one of the people that was out of work for 15 months. I work in hospitality, so I just got back to work in January. So, you know, every little bit helps.
But Governor Kemp's Trump-backed Republican challenger David Perdue calls the refund an election year giveaway, a desperate attempt to get votes. Kemp's 2018 opponent and likely Democratic nominee in this year's race, Stacey Abrams, argues states are generally doing so well because of additional funds that were sent to them by the federal government.
I want us to remember It's not who put their name on the card, it's who bought the gift. And while there might be a K name on the card, it's Biden and Warnock who got the money here.
And I hear it wherever I go. What can you do to help? We tried to do something.
In Connecticut, Democratic Governor Ned Lamont, who is also up for re-election this year, says the bipartisan legislation he signed into law to halt the gas tax for 3 months and suspend bus fares will make a difference.
If you're a single mom, it costs you $3 each way to go get groceries. Make life a little more affordable for you as well.
University of New Haven political science professor Chris Haynes says for Democrats who are already facing a tough midterm environment, these mitigation strategies may not do much to change their electoral prospects.
What Americans care about in terms of elections are broader perceptions of the economy, how they think the economy is doing, not necessarily how they're doing individually economically. And so even if they do get these benefits and they feel these benefits, it may not redound to the benefit of the politicians that are passing them.
Should Democrats be concerned?
Oh, look, you should always be concerned. You always run scared if it's a political year. Look, I come out of the business world. In our world, if you don't listen to the consumer, you're dead. Now I'm in the political world. If you don't listen to the voters and at least try and address their concerns and explain what you're doing and why you're doing it and how you can ease their pain a little bit, you pay a price.
Coming up, some new details have come out in the Amir Locke case in Minneapolis. In response to the controversial no-knock warrant, policies in the city are set to change. Stick with us.
Job Watch is brought to you by Ripco Credit Union.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Right now, get 40% off lenses with the purchase of any frames. Shopko Optical.
Hey, you guys remember when we went on this trip?
Yeah. Remember, Daddy, when you helped that nice lady across the street?
Remember when you blew up those balloon animals for that little kid's birthday party?
That's how it's done.
Remember when you helped fix the neighbor's satellite dish?
Move to the right.
You think you can help people fight back against insurance companies?
Yes, I can.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Kristen from Sleep Central on Highway 51 South in Minocqua, your bedding and futon headquarters. We carry the largest selection of name brand mattresses in northern Wisconsin, in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Beautyrest, Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. We also have a huge selection of accessories to complement your bedding purchase. Sleep Central also carries a wide variety of futons and unique bedroom furniture with quality all-wood construction. Better sleep, pain-free, that's our promise at Sleep Central in Minocqua, your one-stop sleep shop.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Schedule your comprehensive eye exam at shopko.com or bring in your outside prescription.
Coming up on your Thursday, we'll learn more about the statewide tornado drill going on tomorrow.
Alrighty, and we're going to be watching for a little bit of interesting weather on the way with more rain and a little bit of snow that'll be on the way. Not feeling like severe weather season. Morning tune in.
Welcome back. No criminal charges will be filed in the fatal police shooting of Amir Locke at a Minneapolis apartment in early February. The Minnesota Attorney General said there is not enough evidence to file charges against the Minneapolis police officer who shot and killed 22-year-old Locke during the execution of a controversial no-knock warrant. What you're seeing is a brief video from a body camera of Locke's shooting. It shows an officer quietly sliding a key into the apartment's door. After the door opens, a group of officers rush in, yelling commands. Locke appears to have been sleeping on a couch and then starts to rise, wrapped in a blanket and holding a gun. Then at that moment, police opened fire and killed Locke. His family said Locke legally owned the firearm. Police went to the apartment looking for a murder suspect. In response to the death of Locke, no-knock search warrants will soon be prohibited in Minneapolis. In a policy issued by the mayor's office on Tuesday, the application for and the execution of all no-knock search warrants by the Minneapolis Police Department will be prohibited starting April 8th. A no-knock search warrant authorizes an officer to enter a premises without knocking and without announcing the officer's presence or purpose prior to entering. The new policy requires officers to repeatedly knock and announce their presence as well as their purpose before entering the premises. Including in the policy states that officers must wait 20 seconds before entering for all warrants, and they must wait 30 seconds for warrants executed between 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. The woman from Sheboygan Falls accused of killing her 8-year-old son last month is facing charges of intentional homicide and attempted homicide. Natalia Hitchcock was in court Monday morning for her initial court appearance as attorneys finally began to review the details of this tragedy.
State of Wisconsin versus Natalia Hitchcock.
Natalia Hitchcock walked into the Sheboygan County Court Tuesday charged with killing her 8-year-old son and attempting to kill her 11-year-old son. At times it was emotional as Hitchcock turned back
I'd like to raise the issue of competency. I have reason.
And spoke directly to her husband of 15 years. His brother tried to comfort him. Investigators say Hitchcock strangled and killed her son Oliver and tried to drown her other son.
We're talking about crimes of absolute violence. She's also committed these crimes as alleged against her 2 children.
According to a criminal complaint, Hitchcock's husband told police his mother-in-law lives in Russia and that he worried about Hitchcock's mental state as she watched coverage of the war between Russia and Ukraine. The complaint states the day before Oliver was hurt, Hitchcock's older son said she tried to hold him down underwater in the bathtub. Law enforcement noted that Hitchcock told them she had not been sleeping well for several days and began to have thoughts the Russian government was going to take her children and abuse them, and that her husband was trying to sell her and the boys to the dark web.
There's an issue of competency in this case. Prior to this incident, the defendant had no prior record at all in criminal justice system.
Hitchcock said a few words to her husband as she was escorted out.
Can I have the complaint on that?
Coming up, we'll have some news about the war in Ukraine, where American military equipment is being sent to Poland. Plus, an armed teenager was shot in Milwaukee last night. We'll have that and more coming up.
It's back! 3 of Central Wisconsin's best RV dealerships join forces for the biggest savings of the year. DNL Recreation, Lake Country RV, and Fatheads Rapids RV host the 2022 Spring RV Open House in Wisconsin Rapids, Thursday, April 7th through Sunday, April 10th.
And it's easy to get a quote at libertymutual.com, so you only pay for what you need. Isn't that right, Limu? Limu? Sorry, one sec. Yeah. Oh, boy. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I want the world.
I want the whole world.
I want to lock it all up in my pocket.
I want today.
I want tomorrow. Presents and prizes and sweets and surprises of all shapes and sizes.
I want it now.
T-Mobile for Business has 5G that's ready right now.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV. Because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Custom order your new Ford SUV or truck today and receive an extra 1,000 retail order bonus cash.
A blend of elegance and rustic log cabin, the Whitetail Inn of St. Germain specializes in fun Northwoods dining. We are a popular dining spot for residents and visitors. Open Friday, Saturday, and Easter Sunday.
Exciting things call for a drum roll, like this new offer on one of Wisconsin's favorite lotto games. It's Super Cash with Lightning Ball. During April, there's a 1 in 3 chance that the lightning ball strikes a set of 2 plays. When it does, players get an extra number, which means better odds of winning a prize. Top prize not included. Only in April. This exciting offer from the Wisconsin Lottery is going fast.
It's back. 3 of Central Wisconsin's best RV dealerships join forces for the biggest savings of the year. DNL Recreation, Lake Country RV, and Fatheads Rapids RV host the 2022 Spring RV Open House in Wisconsin Rapids, Thursday, April 7th through Sunday, April 10th.
Welcome back. Equipment and vehicles from the 3rd U.S. Armored Brigade arrived in Denmark today en route to Poland. The U.S. Army tanks, fighting vehicles, and other equipment arrived in western Denmark. For the next 9 months, they will be used to support a deployment of a U.S. Armored Brigade in Europe. Colonel Joshua Hirsch said the operation at the port was a good example of NATO cooperation that just shows the might of NATO and what we can do and accomplish. The equipment belonging to the 3rd Armored Brigade combat team comes from Fort Carson, Colorado, and is part of an effort called Atlantic Resolve, which involves the routine rotation of U.S. Army units to Europe. The University of Wisconsin Whitewater's interim chancellor said he resigned over the UW system leader's decision to question students about free speech rights. Jim Henderson abruptly resigned Monday, offering little explanation beyond that he felt he could no longer help recruit the best person to fill the position permanently. He told the Wisconsin State Journal that he was upset over interim system president Michael Falbo's decision to send out the survey after initially deciding that institutions wouldn't do so. Henderson said he was worried students were tired of questionnaires and a free speech survey wasn't crucial at UW-Whitewater because students are exposed to a variety of voices. UW system officials plan to email the survey to undergraduates at all 13 public universities on Thursday. Students have until May 6th to complete it. Cavalier Johnson became the first African-American elected mayor of Milwaukee on Tuesday, overwhelming a former alderman to win the right to finish the final 2 years of Tom Barrett's term. Johnson, who had served as acting mayor since Barrett resigned in December, had been considered a heavy favorite after winning a 7-person primary by 20 points. Johnson's predecessor, Barrett, stepped down to become U.S. ambassador to Luxembourg. He had been Milwaukee mayor since 2004. With unofficial returns nearly complete, Johnson had 68% of the vote to conservative Bob Donovan's 32%. Johnson said, quote, "We've got a lot to do," and then went on to say the city must work to stop violence and do more to create jobs and restore neighborhoods. Police in Wauwatosa say an armed teenage suspect was shot by police overnight Tuesday. A 17-year-old male was found inside a car that had been reported stolen. Officers ordered him to get out of the car, and he emerged carrying a firearm. After refusing to put down the weapon, 2 officers opened fire, hitting the suspect multiple times. The suspect was then given medical aid at the scene and was taken to the hospital, where he is expected to recover. An investigation into the incident is ongoing. Coming up, Conrad will have one more final look at your forecast. Stick with us. You're watching Newswatch 12.
We are back this weekend, the 37th annual WJJQ Home Show with Health Expo, Saturday 9 to 4 and Sunday 10 to 3 at the Tomahawk School Complex. Admission is free. From Northwoods 92.5 WJJQ.
When searching for your next truck, you want your truck to last. Get the job done right with a Lenz truck. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, and can be bought hassle-free online. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck, Lenz Truck. We got the trucks at Lenz Truck.
We got the trucks.
Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg celebrates spring by making you a happy camper when you win one of 2 Bushwhacker camper trailers on Saturday, April 30th, 4 big drawings. Our 8 p.m. winner can choose camper number 1 or choose $6,000 in cash. Our 9 p.m. winner gets to take home whichever remains. And at 10 p.m., camper number 2 or choose $8,000 in cash. And finally, the 11 p.m. winner gets to take whatever's left, either the cash or the camper. See the rewards code for details. Must be 21 or over to play. Happy spring from Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Here's why it's smart to custom order your Ford SUV, because custom orders receive priority. You'll get an extra 1,000 order bonus plus incentive protection, guaranteeing you the best offer now or at delivery. And the features you choose. Want an EPA estimated 41 combined MPG in an Escape Hybrid? A 12-inch touchscreen in an Edge? You got it. In a Ford built your way. Custom order your new Ford SUV or truck today and receive an extra 1,000 retail order bonus cash.
My knee pain was to the point where I didn't want to walk. I couldn't sleep at night because it was so uncomfortable. I couldn't do the things that I loved anymore. I had not heard of laser therapy before coming here. The relief you felt when you walked out the front door was like, oh, okay, when do I get to go back again? Because the initial pain that I felt in the beginning is completely gone. It meant so much to know that someone else cared. And I can't thank them enough for giving me my life back.
We are back this weekend, the 37th annual WJJQ Home Show with Health Expo, Saturday 9 to 4 and Sunday 10 to 3 at the Tomahawk School Complex. Admission is free. From Northwoods 92.5 WJJQ.
Rust is most active in the spring. Fight back and protect your vehicle's investment by calling Rust Solutions underbody rust proofing service today.
So we got some flurries out there right now. Not looking much out there with the satellite picture, but some more snow is back in the forecast tonight into tomorrow morning, and then actually mixing with a little bit of rain during the day as temperatures rise in the mid to even upper 30s out there. But then on the backside of that, as colder air starts to roll on in, temperatures will be dipping into the 20s tomorrow night, and more snow is on the way. So we're thinking probably around 1 to 3 inches out here. But look at this 7-day. We got some 50s back in the forecast starting Sunday. So real nice spring-like weather is finally here. I mean, soon, in 3 days. So.
Totally. Well, thanks everyone for watching tonight. Thanks for putting up with me and Conrad. Nate and Jeff will be back tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.